Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here at AAHOA, coming at you live from the conference floor. I want to thank our friends at Red Roof for helping make all this possible. Speaking of Red Roof, Zack Gharib over here, president of Red Roof. I don't know why he wants to talk to me, but here we are. Man, I want to just say, as we're recording this, next week is your 1-year anniversary as president. How cool is that? How you feeling about it?
Well, what's your champagne? I was expecting to pop champagne. Look, it's been,
Well, to be fair, I was planning that, but I accidentally drank it all before he showed up here.
that's awesome. Look, it's been an amazing year. We've had a lot of things happen. I can tell you that. I mean, I remember last time you and I spoke was NYU conference last June, and I was just starting like, okay, we're just laying out a vision, But the thing that when I look at the year. 2024 was transformational in a lot of ways.
Right. Well, let me just pause you right there. It was transformational in a lot of ways because you came in and you needed to start to reshape the company, right?
Yes.
So that first few months is probably figuring it all out. And then it's a matter of starting to make those changes,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. I mean, we transitioned our PMS system to HotelKey, which obviously every transition to PMS always has its challenges, but we are past that and we're really humming. And so now we can integrate a lot of great other systems with our PMS, which allows us to become better operationally into the future. We've launched a new website since then.
Right. You also just did a big announcement this morning on revenue.
We sure did. You sure did. Actually, this is the first. You are the first one on TV that I'm announcing to. But we just signed a partnership with HotelIQ. Thank you very much. Which is really one of the most advanced AI-driven revenue management system. It's going to allow us for great analytics, understanding the trends, the pace, it's also optimized our pricing. Well, it's going to really pick up a whole lot of different factors into the pricing model. So it's going to make our revenue management strategy even more streamlined. And we're expecting a great lift in revenue from this partnership. So we're hopefully, we just signed the contract last Friday afternoon.
Yep.
So now we start integrations and putting their plan together. And hopefully we can be done by the end of the year. That would be amazing. That's our target. This way 2026, we'll be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I will tell you though, when it comes to implementing new technologies, it always goes simple. So there's never any problem. So I'm sure.
Well, the good thing is you learn from your lessons.
Right.
You learn from your lessons. So now I think we have a great process of testing which hotels we want to test at, and how do we do QA after testing.
Yeah.
This way, when we really start rolling it out, it's a much more seamless transition.
And when it comes to revenue management, a lot of people out there are probably just leaving money on the table. They probably could have charged X amount of dollars more per night, but your hoteliers, a lot of those folks, came over from other countries and stuff like that, and they started off with the mentality of, I'm trying to survive, and you're doing a great job with this, is getting them to thrive, right? Because I think sometimes hotel owners act from a defensive posture, at least I do in my business. Sometimes I don't see my value, and something like this tool, I think, helps people understand what they could really charge for it.
It really does. I mean, it takes a lot of the manual work away. I mean, you still need that human touch, right? You still want to watch it, make sure that strategy is there, because you have to put a strategy for the AI system to actually work. But now you can go to sleep knowing that you're protected, right? The systems that are working are doing their jobs. So this is a very exciting initiative for us, and I think our franchisees are finding great value. We actually sent out an announcement to our franchisees yesterday, and I've gotten a lot of great emails back saying that, hey, there's a lot of excitement in the community. Yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of excitement in the community, I was honored to be at your event last September up at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and it was really exciting to see the energy that's getting behind you and the more sharpened direction that I think your company is taking.
Well, first, thank you for being at the conference. I think you being there also adds great value. So I appreciate it. Look, I think you were there, but also we measure all this stuff. Right. So we measured our brand conference, we measured the energy and how our franchisees felt about it. And it was an overwhelmingly positive response. So we're very excited. We're thankful for our franchise community. I mean, they showed up in high numbers. It was a record attendance.
Yeah, that's
for us. And they were engaged and they were upbeat. And I think they understand the vision of the company and what are the strategic initiatives that we have. And Now we're working together on it. So I'm out there with them, they're with us, and we're doing a lot of things to collaborate on achieving this vision.
I mean, you're not just saying you're out there with them. You are literally going to all of these properties and understanding how they operate. So what are some of the things that you're learning as you continue your travels all around our country, seeing these great hotels?
Yes. So this year in 2025, I launched the what I call the Elevate Tour, right? And this is a tour not just to go listen. I think I met with a lot of our franchise advisory council members, franchisees, industry experts. I listened all last year to the ideas, initiatives, concerns, and then this year, this tour that I'm on, I'm going to different markets. I'm meeting with groups of owners or individually on their hotels, discussing action items. Right. It's how do we elevate the brand? We're going out there with action items, action plans that we know can drive their revenues and to higher, their quality better. Right. What can they do on their end at the property level?
Right.
What can we do on our end at a brand level? And how can we work together to make sure we keep driving those?
So where are some places that you think you're all being able to come together so you have one of those 1 + 1 = 3 kind of scenarios?
Yeah, I think, look, one of the most important strategic initiatives for us is driving consistency in the quality.
Right.
I mean, for us as a brand, our entire conference and theme last year was Elevate.
Right.
And for us really to elevate our brand, we need that consistency in the quality in the product. And so when I go out there, obviously other team members are doing it, but when I'm picking markets and picking hotels, that's the main thing. What can they do from a PIP perspective if they have a PIP, right? That's a renovation perspective. How can we make sure they work with our vendors, which they understand the pricing, because we have great relationships with our vendors that we built throughout the many years working with them. And we have great promotions from them, great pricing. So help educating that, hey, the PIP is not really a huge undertaking. Yes, it's an investment, but it's going to pay off in so many different ways.
Well, I would say, not to cut you off, but I guess I just did. You wrap it with the fact that they'll be making more on the revenue side of it, and the numbers kind of work out just from the extra money that the AI is going to be able to get them, plus the ability to charge more per rooms on the other side of it.
100%, Glenn. I mean, it's a full package. Yeah. Right. So we're not only talking about PIPs, right? The main thing is how do we stay clean? So we talk about our Ready Clean Plus process. How do we keep the hotels well maintained? And also offer a smile at the front desk. I mean, we're talking about the basics of our industry, right? And so sometimes it's good to just really bring it all back together. I go shake the employees' hands, talk to them personally, making sure they know that I'm as motivated as them to elevate that guest experience. So that's one piece, is driving the consistency, and because it's really critical for us, for our success of it.
It is super critical for you, particularly since you've managed to hold on as basically a single branded company. Yeah, you got Hometown Suites and all that, but you don't have, the 30+ different brands all needed one at a time, right? But right now, it's all about, consolidating everybody, getting everybody on the same page and moving together, as you said, to be able to elevate. So as you move forward, what are some of your plans for year 2 of your tenure here at Reverie?
Yeah, great question. So obviously the revenue management system that we just introduced, I mean, that's going to be year 2. That's going to be 2026 is when we're going to start seeing the benefits after integration. But the transformation of the brand from a quality perspective, when we talk about elevate, you want to elevate, the standing of your RevPAR.
Yeah.
So when we look at RevPAR, the goal is not to increase our RevPAR by $1 or $2.
Right.
The goal to go to a different tier. And that starts with obviously existing hotels, driving that quality and consistency. Everything that we open now, we are opening them in such a way that we know the guest experience is great from day one. We have a sales and marketing plan. So those hotels are really kicking up and high gear from day one. And everything we're signing right now, we're focused on quality, not quantity. And that's really an important thing for us.
Takes a lot of discipline.
It takes a lot of discipline. But you know what? Our franchisees, the franchise community, I think is yearning for a brand that really focuses on that quality,
Right.
Because that means they are safeguarded by everything we're doing, right, and that we're not diluting the value of their hotel.
All right, so educate some of the younger folks over here. I mean, if I'm making an investment in a multi-million-dollar property, I don't want some guy who doesn't have the same commitment on the other side of the country to half-ass it and hurt my investment, right? That's kind of what you're talking about.
Absolutely. So I think that the message is really being very clear with them.
Yeah.
And they're supportive of the message and the support of the vision, because it's going to add more value to their hotels and to their bar.
We've been talking a lot about owners, but since you're president, you also understand consumers, right? So how are you going to try to connect with consumers to make them understand that they're going to have a great quality experience every single night?
That's a great question. Look, consumers in our segment, I mean, when you look at the guests in general, they want comfort and they want convenience, right? So for us to really reach all the consumers, make sure that they have confidence in our brand.
Yeah.
One, we started with our employees to deliver that franchisee experience at the highest level. Now, we are really in the midst of our franchisees now having the resources, tools, mindset of also going out there and delivering the best guest experience. And now, we tie it all in. So our marketing efforts now are really leaning towards newer promotions. Like we're doing Connect TV right now, which we haven't really done before. We were on Hulu, we're on Paramount Plus, Disney Plus.
Nice.
So we've contracted with an outside sales organization that's an expert in the hospitality industry to go out there and actually do sales efforts for our hotels in different markets where they're sprout, right? So we're bringing accounts to our hotels to have those great guest experiences. And we restructured some of the sales organization so we can target now new accounts that we haven't targeted before, which is going very well as well. So there's a lot of ways from sales and marketing. I mean, look, digital marketing, it keeps getting advanced. We work with Zeta Marketing,
Right.
which is a state-of-the-art marketing engine that really understands the guest analytics and how do we customize and target the right guest for our brand.
Yeah, for sure. And it's getting so complicated out there. When it comes to technology, once you figure out that algorithm, they go ahead and change it. So you're always having to change. So it's good that you got great partners on there. So how are you thinking about like up and coming people? I got 21-year-old kids, right? They're in that Gen Z category. Your product is probably perfect for them when they're going away for friends. So how do you think about connecting with them as young consumers to kind of keep them throughout their lifestyle of travel?
Without a doubt, look, social media is a big thing, especially for our young consumers.
Right.
So I think the first thing is we are trying to elevate our game and our presence on social media. Tell the stories, like put pictures of our cute pets, right? And cute travels and stories and do commercials that really target the different segments, young and not young. I mean, we can value that.
That'd be me.
Yeah. So, having amenities at the hotels and also designs that really attract the younger consumer because they have certain things that they. I mean, everybody wants to go to a hotel to take a selfie somewhere.
That's right.
So we want to make sure that our hotels, there's a place for them at least for a selfie. Whether it's a red roof signature picture, which I see a lot of big people taking pictures with that wall just because it's pretty cool actually. So we have to keep thinking that way to create memorable experiences for them.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I think we've learned a lot today. Is there anything that I have missed today?
Usually you don't miss anything. But,
I might have. I might have. I mean, AAHOA is an exhausting event, so
Yes. Look, no. I mean, all I say is this has been a great event. Yeah, great city, by the way. But we're doing our regional meetings right now.
Yep.
Where we are actually going to different cities around the country.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every week they're in a different place.
Yes. So we've done Columbus, we've done Dallas, and now we're gonna go to Atlanta. We're gonna go to New Jersey, and then we're gonna go to LA. So we're doing it across the country. Our message is great. It's kind of more of a workshops.
Yep.
Let's roll up our sleeves as brands, as hotel experts, owners, GMs, and figure out how are we gonna have the best summer we can have, especially under these circumstances that we're facing. Uncertainty, weakening demand. I mean, you name it, we have a lot of challenges in the industry. So we're really working hard to do these workshops, right, hand in hand. And the last thing is, with everything that I just mentioned, with all the challenges that we're facing in the industry, I think advocacy right now is so critical. You look at litigation, high interest rates, high insurance premiums. I mean, you name it.
Yep.
Right? So it's important for us to advocate, to work together so we can tackle these challenges as an industry. And I think that's the only way we're going to prevail. And that means eventually we're going to continue delivering a great guest experience, right?
Yep.
Because the more we have the tools, the resources, we can go out there and even deliver a better guest experience for our guests, which is the ultimate goal for us.
Beautiful. Hallelujah, my friends. We're coming up against the 15-minute mark here on LinkedIn's Limit. So like, subscribe, share this video. For Zach and myself, Glenn, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time back here from the AAHOA show floor. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.